Today we're going to do part of the 1624 12 monthly maintenance cycle, and in this step we are going to be replacing the maintenance station. Part of the requirements for carrying out this work on this machine is that you have your nitrile rubber gloves on and your safety glasses on as well. Okay, so what we're going to have to do now is we're going to have to remove the front cover, top cover and ink cover on the back of the machine to be able to access the maintenance station. Front cover, easy enough to remove, open and take it out. Place it where it's not going to get damaged. You need to remove this cover, so you need to have removed this screw and this screw here. Lift up and the cover comes away. The top cover here is 2 screws. 1, 2. This cover is removed and placed where it's not going to get damaged. I'm now going to remove the ink cartridges temporarily. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've removed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws for this cover, and this cover will lift off nice and easy. So we're going to remove this side cover, which is 2 screws, 1, 2, down here, remove, lift up, and the cover's off. You need to also remove this cover. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 screws. So removing this cover and putting it away somewhere safe. This is the next cover that needs to come off, and to remove this cover we'll need to unlatch the head to enable us to get to some of the screws to remove it. So I'm now pressing down to release the head, moving it away from the maintenance station. So I can gain access to the screws that hold this cover on. Okay, so we've had to remove 1, 2, 3 and a 4th screw just down in here to be able to remove this cover. In this step we need to remove the pump motor cable, which is this cable here, which runs down, under and around and in the side of the machine just here. So we need to disconnect this connector here for your pump motor. Just a little trick with this, unclip your holder so you can extend this loom out so you can unplug your plug. Alright, our next step, we need to disconnect these hoses from the waste tube. These are the hoses from the pump. I've already removed the first hose. I'll show you how to remove the second hose. The easiest way I've found to remove, just using a scalpel and very carefully just slice along the hose a little bit, which should then allow you to peel it away from the housing. Our next step is we've got to remove these 2 screws that hold part of the maintenance station bracket in this housing. To do that we have our screwdriver coming down through the top, through the opening. So we remove 1 screw from here and 1 screw from here, which has released the bracket which holds the maintenance station. There's a screw behind this black tape which is holding in the housing. I'm just peeling back the black tape a little bit so I can then get my screwdriver on there to remove that screw which holds the bracket in place for the maintenance station. Another plug jack here on your maintenance station for a sensor that you need to unplug. So what we've done is we'll need to loosen this cable, which is just held here by a P-clip, and just loosen that so we can unplug it. Just like that. Your maintenance station, although it's loose, still won't come out. So you need to remove 1, 2, 3, 4 screws, which then allows you to carefully slide a retaining bracket out, which will allow you to lift up fill out your maintenance station. Old maintenance station here on the left, and new maintenance station here on the right. We need to transpose this bracket from this maintenance station onto our new one here. That from there onto there. You'll notice that your new maintenance station doesn't have a wiper blade in the wiper. Inside the kit that comes for the 12-month service, you'll find a white box. Inside that white box you'll find a whole lot of other bits and pieces, which are dampers, and inside that kit you will find a wiper, a new wiper that needs to be put in to this. This is your new wiper blade. You'll notice that the wiper blade is curved this way, and this is the orientation it needs to go in to the holder in the maintenance assembly. So your wiper goes in this slot here, and the tangs have to go through these holes here. So those are the tangs just here and here. Pushing it in, so making sure the tangs are under like that, and your curve is facing towards the back. Alright, so I'm going to place the unit back in. So now we're sitting that there. This hose is down here. Oops. And this unit here, and that's our maintenance station almost back in. Okay, so we've put the 4 screws back in, 1, 2, 3 and 4 at the back, making sure when we go to put the next set of screws in that this locating pin is in the center of this hole. So we install these 2 screws, one here and one here, making sure that this pin here is aligned in this cutout. So we've put in the 4 screws for the maintenance station. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we've still got to connect up our motor power cord, our drain, and the lead to the sensor. What you do need to do is make sure you take off the cover for the capping station, otherwise you'll have to replace the head when it hits it. You now need to reconnect this sensor lead, which is in here. Just reconnected our pump motor power. We're just going to set it back in the clamps and close the clamps. With your scalpel or craft knife, carefully, without cutting yourself, split the tubing just a little bit. So there's our 2 drain lines from the pump hooked up. What we're doing at the moment, I'm just running it with the interlock cheated on this door, just to make sure I'm getting a good capping seal here, and then as the pump is pumping, I'm getting ink flowing through this drain line into the waste bottle. And of course I'm looking for any leaks. Alright, once we're happy that the ink's been flowing through the drain tubes here, we can panel it up. So just refit all your panels as you took them off.